How's it going? For the past, I'd say, I don't know, month and a half, I've been reading books, and which is surprising to me because I hate reading books. I used to hate reading books, especially in school, because the teachers would always just give us this book and it was just meh. I didn't care about it. Once I graduated high school, my dad bought Rich Dad Poor Dad for me, and that sort of got me in the hook of reading books more often. So today I want to talk about Rich Dad Poor Dad and one of his big concepts in the book, which is assets versus liabilities. Now, a lot of people have different ideas on what assets versus liabilities are. But in Rich Dad Poor Dad, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket, and a liability in Rich Dad Poor Dad is something that takes money out of your pocket. So you want to have more assets than liabilities. So a lot of people use the asset of houses, and they buy a home, they rent it out, and then that cash flow keeps coming in every month, and then they grow their portfolio. They got 5, 10, 20 houses. So that's just one way of buying assets, but there are a ton of other ones. And one of the ones I'm working on right now is my business. You know, in 10 years, I am hoping that I'm not doing anything, and I have people who are shooting video, editing, doing the marketing for me and all that. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to build this business into an asset, and I think it's something that you might want to look into as well. You know, a lot of people do e-commerce stores, which is 100% an asset if you're selling digital products or even physical products, and you just pay somebody else to do all the hard work for you. If you can build the platform, that would be considered an asset. Also, a lot of people think your car is an asset, which only if you are using it for something like Uber, Lyft, or renting it out could it be really considered an asset. Other than that, it would be a liability because it's taking money out of your pocket. I know a lot of this can sound really daunting and hard, and it still is for me. You know, I'm not out there just spending money on a house to make it an asset and get rental money from it. And I'm not just spending a bunch of other time on working on other businesses to make it an asset. But one of the sayings that really stuck with me in Rich Dad Poor Dad is the easy road often becomes hard and the hard road often becomes easy. So I know that if I stick with doing all the hard work now, that I'll be reaping the benefits in the future, and I will thank my past self for taking the sacrifices and not partying, not doing what normal teenagers do, and I'll be able to be free while all my other friends are still working and doing stuff that they don't want to do, whereas I want to be out there doing what I want to do and just have fun. In Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert also talks about buying assets to cover your liability expenses. So obviously you probably need a car to get places and you need a home to live in. So he's saying you need to build an asset or buy an asset that will generate enough cash flow to pay off for your car, your house, any other liability that you have, so that you basically have it for free pretty much. Another key concept in Rich Dad Poor Dad is, instead of saying, I can't afford this, you ask yourself, how can I afford this? Instead of complaining and basically brushing off the fact that you can't buy this asset or whatever, you're finding a way to find income and build income to purchase this asset that will in return generate cash flow and income for you to use. What I took away from Rich Dad Poor Dad when he talked about assets versus liabilities is how I spend my money and where my money is going. So if there's something that I know will inevitably give me more money or help me make more money, I'm more willing to put the money towards it so that I can make more money. But if it's just gonna be like some dumb, I don't know, shoe, clothing or something that I just really want, then I probably would think twice about it. And I have done that a lot. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and let me know what you guys think of Rich Dad Poor Dad.